Healthy boundaries. Hello everybody, Tom here from the Company Code. I hope you're all very well. Today I'm going to discuss a really important subject matter when it's relating to relationships. I'm going to discuss the idea of healthy boundaries. Boundaries are there for us. They're there for the individual person to thrive in a relationship. It is absolutely crucial when you're in a relationship of any kind, especially romantic relationships, that you establish boundaries. Boundaries are simply what you deem acceptable and unacceptable in terms of behaviour, and it can vary from one person to the other. Some people will have very strict boundaries and there will be no flexibility at all. Other people will have boundaries that are a little bit sort of flexible. Okay? The idea is that when you have any sort of relationship, is that the person you have the relationship with understands and mutually respects you and your view and where you're coming from on these things, and will not violate the boundary. Violation of a boundary can lead to arguments, a dysfunctional relationship, and in the worst cases, falling out with somebody and probably never talking to them again. At the end of the day, have the decency to be straight and to be honest with the person that you're in a relationship with, whatever that may be, whatever capacity that may be. Okay, do it, and do it properly. Alright, remember, boundaries is something quite as simple as allowing somebody some space and time. I've been in relationships in the past that have been suffocating. That is not healthy. Boundaries do not mean control. Anyone that's ever been in a relationship where they've had a controlling or abusive partner, that is not love. And that is not healthy. It's not a healthy boundary. It's not a good situation for anybody concerned. Okay? For the person who's being controlled, it can make you ill. Stress. For the person who's doing the controlling, you need to stop. You need to have some trust in that other person and respect that their boundaries probably don't allow that, because controlling somebody is a form of abuse. It can be mental abuse or even physical in some respects. Controlling behaviour is not good, and as I said, it is not a healthy boundary. Healthy boundaries is recognising each person as an individual, recognising that not everybody's going to agree on, what they do and don't like in a relationship. Sometimes it can be simply something as, I'm going to use quite a crude subject matter here, and I do apologise to anybody. It could be something like sex, when you're in a physical relationship, like a romantic one. It's knowing what that other person does and doesn't like. That's a boundary. Don't cross it. Have the decency to know what that other person will and won't accept and stick to it as out of mutual respect for them. That's how a relationship has to work. That's how a relationship functions healthily. A dysfunctional relationship, a toxic relationship, is where these things become imbalanced. You can see situations where maybe the partner of yours is spending more time with their friends and not you. That is a boundary being breached there. And you've got to have the decency to speak up and try and get to a position where you're both happy with what's set out. It's really very important early in any relationship to set your boundaries and tell the other person what is and isn't acceptable and what you can and can't compromise on. If you don't do this and you allow things to develop freely, there's a possibility that things are going to end badly. You could end up, if it's a romantic relationship, you could end up splitting up. You could end up arguing and falling out, and that is not good for anybody. Setting healthy boundaries from day one will give you a platform for your relationship to thrive and get stronger over time. The moment you set this precedent, the moment that you sit down and you discuss what you do and don't like, and you both agree on what is and isn't acceptable and are comfortable with that, is the moment that you are already planting the seeds for a possible long-term relationship in any respect. person respects your opinions and allows you to have them, that is also a boundary. It is literally just what I'm comfortable and what I am not comfortable with, and what is acceptable to me and what isn't in a relationship. Example, in an exclusive relationship, this is my opinion, may not be to everybody, it is not acceptable to be cheating on someone. Infidelity is not something that should really be forgiven. It is a breach of trust and a real big boundary being kicked down. And I've got to be honest, very few relationships recover from that incident. And personally, I don't think that there is any grounds for recovery when that happens. But some people are willing to forgive and willing to work and get it right. And for that, I say it's superb. I'm not sure I could. Depends on the severity and what's happened. But definitely for me, it's a big one. Trust is a huge issue in any relationship. So make sure you have boundaries there in place that you can both respect and trust and work with. Guys, very important video today. I feel that there's a lot of confusion in the world about what a boundary is. A boundary is not a strict, you're gonna be told what to do and where to go. Not at all. It's not trying to change somebody. It's merely accepting our differences and having the mutual respect to act upon them and still be happy with that person. Guys, third and final video of the week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. Third and final video, as I said, put down in the comment section below, what boundaries do you set in a relationship of any sort, that is. It doesn't have to be a romantic one. Do the people that you're friends with or acquainted with, do they understand and respect what it is that you will and won't accept? Is it clear? Has it been made clear? Remember to hit that subscribe button down below and leave me a thumbs up and a like, and let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Until then, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. I'll be back at the start of next week with another 3 videos, but until then, I want to say thank you all ever so much. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.